The pineal gland is one of the most intriguing and lesser understood parts of human anatomy. Throughout time, it has been associated with a wide range of beliefs, some more outlandish than others. Yet even with the benefit of modern science, the full extent of its functions aren't fully known. In this video, we'll be looking at how knowledge of the pineal gland has changed throughout history, and what medical experts currently believe its true purpose to be. Before we begin, there's a good chance that many people watching this will never even have heard of this body part before. So what exactly is it, and where can it be found? Well, the pineal gland is a tiny endocrine gland located deep within the center of the brain. In this brain scan image, it's the small structure labeled O. It often appears calcified in X-rays, which is a result of calcium, fluoride, and phosphorus deposits that build up with age. The calcification, also known as brain sand, actually makes it easier to spot in images. The gland itself, though, is a reddish-gray color and usually measures just 1/3 of an inch in length, at least in Homo sapiens. At this point, I should mention that it isn't just found in humans though, but in fact almost all vertebrates. The size of the gland obviously varies between species. Interestingly, the pineal gland gets its name from its shape, which is similar to that of a pine cone. Other, more scientific names for it include the conarium or the epiphysis cerebri, but they're not nearly as catchy or easy to pronounce. The existence of the tiny biological structure has been known for centuries, but without sophisticated technology to analyze it, there was some debate as to what it was actually for. The fact that it is located in the brain was obviously significant. As far back as the 2nd century AD, the brain has been linked to psychology and thought processes such as imagination, logic, and reason. In fact, it was a Greek physician named Galen, born in 129 AD, who was first thought to have documented the importance of the pineal gland. While he believed it may be responsible for controlling the body's blood flow, his colleagues theorized that it may regulate the flow of psychic pneuma, and some even suggested it could be the first instrument of the soul. This supernatural connection to the soul was later echoed by the esteemed French philosopher René Descartes. In the 17th century, you might be aware of the famous phrase he coined, "I think, therefore I am," or cogito ergo sum in Latin. Well, Descartes also proposed that the pineal gland was the principal seat of the soul, and believed it to be responsible for all thoughts. His reasoning was that now it is impossible to find any such place in the whole head except this gland. Moreover, it is situated in the most suitable possible place for this purpose, in the middle of all the concavities. In Hinduism, many gods such as Shiva are depicted with a third eye on their forehead that represents enlightenment or supreme consciousness. There are many people who believe that this third eye is actually the pineal gland, and as such, the gland is sometimes simply referred to as the third eye. Supporting this theory in Hinduism is the fact that Shiva's hair, which is wrapped in snakes, resembles a pine cone. Plus, there are further links to be drawn, such as snakes being auspicious creatures in the religion associated with the body's chakras, and in particular the Ajna chakra, where the pineal gland is located. Another reason for the third eye theory stems from hieroglyphs found in ancient Egypt, specifically the Eye of Ra and Eye of Horus. The image was often found etched onto sarcophagi, placed directly in the center of where the deceased's forehead would be. Similar to in Hindu culture, the sarcophagi of Egyptian pharaohs sometimes portray the image of a snake emerging from the middle of the forehead, with the snake thought to represent wisdom. And if that wasn't convincing enough, take a look at the side-by-side comparison of the Eye of Horus and the lateral view of a pineal gland. They're remarkably similar. The images of pine cones have also been featured heavily in connection with deities and ancient mythologies. They can be seen on the staff of Dionysus in Greek mythology, for example, or on that of his Roman counterpart, Bacchus. Many Sumerian gods are depicted holding a pine cone in their outstretched hand, and in Egyptian lore, Osiris carries a pine cone staff with snakes wrapped around it. You have to admit that it seems more than just coincidence that these pineal-like shapes appear so often throughout history. Regardless of what may have been believed in the past though, we now have the benefit of modern science to help us understand the proven biological functions of the pineal gland. It may have been the last of the body's endocrine glands to actually be identified as one, but we now know that it is indeed a gland, and more so, it is one that is made up of pineal cells, which are responsible for producing the hormone melatonin. There are also glial cells, which support neuron function. Melatonin has two primary functions in humans. Firstly, it helps to control our circadian rhythm, and secondly, it helps to regulate certain reproductive hormones. If you're unsure what a circadian rhythm is, think of it as your internal body clock. Your brain, including the pineal gland, sends signals that either make you feel tired, fall asleep, wake up, or feel alert at certain points during the day. When it gets dark, the pineal gland secretes more melatonin, which is why most people sleep and feel tired at night, as opposed to nocturnal creatures who stay awake then. In terms of reproduction, melatonin assists in the development and functionality of the ovaries and testes. Scientific research suggests that melatonin, and therefore the pineal gland, may also play a significant role in other bodily processes, such as bone metabolism, drug metabolism, aging, mental health, and even a person's sense of direction. There's a condition called pineal gland dysfunction, where excessive calcification prevents the pineal gland from working properly. This can lead to problems with sleep patterns, either sleeping too much or suffering from insomnia, for instance. It can also affect a person's fertility and other symptoms, including headaches, mental health issues, osteoporosis, and a poor sense of direction. Despite everything we've been able to discover about the pineal gland so far, experts still concede that there is more research to be done in order to fully understand it. I've read a lot of crazy stuff about this topic, and my personal opinion is that the pineal gland and third eye have to do a lot with daytime consciousness and our dreams. Were you aware of the pineal gland's existence, or any of its perceived functions before watching this video? I'd be interested to find out, so feel free to leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, or learned something new, please leave a like and subscribe down below for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.